Y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a 2019 makeup tutorial favorites. I kept going back and forth on if I was going to do a favorites video or not, just simply because as you saw in what I bought in 2019 video, we bought a lot of stuff and a whole yearly favorites of all the products just kind of seemed a little overwhelming, but I figured I would do a tutorial using all of my favorite makeup products from 2019. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first product we have here, the Beauty Agave Lip Mask. So this is back in stock now. They've reformulated it. So Beauty is officially all vegan from my understanding. So I do plan on trying the new one because as you can see, this one is all gone. This lasted me over a year. So if you are looking for a new lip mask, I highly recommend these. Are they pricey? Yes, $26, but it lasts you over a year. Think about how many lip balms and products you go through. This is fantastic. Ooh, my lips were so dry. All right, next up here, favorite foundation of 2019, hands down, Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundation. You guys, Summer 19 was nothing but foundations and there are so many different ones to try. This right here was my favorite. Now, this is for those oily skin girls. If you are dry skin, you will probably not like this. She is super duper full coverage, so I'm not gonna go in heavy with it, but I do enjoy the finish of this and I love the shade. The shade is 4.25. Like I said in my previous video, I wore this during my bikini competition and she stayed on all day long, and honestly a little bit goes a long way. For this foundation, I think it's best that you do use a flat brush with it. A sponge might be a little bit hard to kind of move it around, but a flat brush, y'all know my favorite brush, Makeup Forever 108 Flats foundation brush, 100%. And this is a matte finish. There's nothing satin, there's nothing hydrating, luminous, dewy about it. It's matte. And I love how it made my skin look. My skin looked nice and smooth. You couldn't see a bunch of texture on it. It covered everything. It was bomb. I wonder if they'll make a concealer that goes with this foundation. Do they already have? I don't think they have a concealer. I don't know. Smashbox is definitely a brand that I want to look more into in 2020 because I feel like there's a couple of brands that just, they get looked over. You know what I mean? So Smashbox is definitely on my radar. You guys, it is so humid outside. So humid. All right, now favorite concealer, Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer, the bomb. 70NY is my shade. I absolutely hate this foundation on me. It works well on everyone else, but for some reason on me, it just, everyone's body chemistry is different. I've tried it again recently when it got cooler and I just, However, the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation, that was the best shade match that I did try for Summer 19. So the shade match, they had the shade match and the range and everything, but just that formula, it was so weird because it was supposed to be matte, but it just, the longevity of it was basically none on me. It didn't hold up that great. So, but digging the concealer, I think I'm actually almost out of it. When I run out of this concealer, I'm going to try a new one. I know I had mentioned the Hourglass concealer, I think in my last live video. My only thing with that one was that it was a little expensive. I thought it was $38, it's $34, I mean $4 less, but I have a gift card, so I might just test that one out and see because I am curious. When I was in Sephora the last time, I swatched it and it seemed to be pretty promising. I need to go back and watch Kinky Sweat's video on it because she posted a video on it and I hadn't got around to watching it yet. I love this concealer. It brightens, it covers, it sits nicely. It's just everything, everything. So the next thing here, let's talk about powders. For under eye, you guys know dark mineralized skin finish. I like this for under eye. I like this on days when I don't wear foundation to just throw all over my face. Another great brush, Real Techniques. This is definitely my favorite setting brush for under the eyes. The reason why I like using mineralized skin finish to set up under the eyes with concealer is because I have found, especially when I'm working on a dry skin client, like there are some concealers that just need to be set. And if you use a loose powder a lot of the times on dry skin, mature skin, it just gets really, really cakey under there. I'm oily and I don't even like using a loose powder under the eye, but with the mineralized skin finish, it sets it nicely. It's not cakey, it's not heavy, and it kind of gives like this luminous finish up under there, but not too much. I just love it. And it gives just a touch, because it's going to give you a sheer amount of coverage as well. I think it's just a beautiful product. I think this is just a staple that everybody should have. Like I said, you can use it under your eyes. If you have dry skin, you want to set your foundation, you can use it for that. If you're not wearing foundation, you can put it all over your face. I think this is great if it's for someone who maybe is a teenager and they want to put a little something on, or if you're just a less is more kind of makeup person. Love this. So this is definitely one of my favorite powders. Another favorite powder of 2019 was the ABH loose powder, and I'm only going to go in with just a little bit of this. This was in the one Deep Peach. Wasn't a fan of the foundation, but I do like the setting powder. I am someone who is a fan of the yellow undertone powders, just simply because my undertone on my skin pulls more of like a golden yellow, so I feel like it suits my skin very, very nicely. Also, ABH had a variety of shades too, which I think is nice when it comes to translucent powder. It's not just translucent and deep, like there's something in between. Because like with the Laura Mercier, the deep one, I can use that if I'm not wearing any makeup. But if I have foundation on and I try to set with the deep one in Laura Mercier, it'll change my foundation shade and make it darker. So it's nice that they have, you know, just different shades to choose from. Next up, favorite contour, Natasha Denona sculpting powder in number 5, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, if you have not tried this, what are you waiting for? This is, where's my brush? Oh, there it is. This is the most beautiful contour powder I have ever used. Just the undertone of it, it is perfect. It's not too red, but it's not too cool. How it glides onto the skin, it doesn't get muddy, it just goes on nice and smooth. Beautiful for sculpting, adding dimension. It is great. Oh yay, hormonal breakouts, fun. Mother Nature, she don't play, y'all. She's intense. This is a stunning powder. I love it. I am so mad at how humid it is outside because I finally switched up my hair due to sew-in, and I have my hair, it's partial, that's over it, and because it's so humid, my hair keeps getting frizzy. I'm just like, really? Really? It's frustrating. It is frustrating. Favorite blush? I bet you already know what that is. Charlotte Tilbury, Cheek to Chic, Sex on Fire. This was definitely something that I would have never picked up on my own. You guys know I had a client that used to work in cosmetics, and she would give me a lot of things to try, and had this had never been in there, I would have never tried it. So shout out to her. I wore this blush out. As you can see, it's just so pretty. It works for all looks, everyday, natural, glam. It's just beautiful flush of color, because when you look at it, especially if you're a black woman of color, you would think, oh no, that's not gonna look good on me, but it is a beautiful, beautiful blush. I love it. And then the last powder, Laura Mercier Glow. Y'all already know how I feel about this. This is so beautiful. I am not a highlighter, so you won't catch me ever talking about a favorite highlight. But this, it just gives the most beautiful glow. I love this on my bare skin on days when I just want to throw a little something on. This is beautiful in the summertime when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup and I want to add a little extra glow to the skin. Stunning. And I believe that is all of our, yeah, that's all the powders. Move on to the eyes. You already know, favorite primer for the eyes, Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. I am someone that has to use eyeshadow primers because my eyelids, y'all, they get so greasy. They get so oily. It's not even funny. So eye primer for me is a must. If you are someone who doesn't get oily eyelids, then you're lucky. Congratulations. All right, so for brows, I have a favorite brow pencil. I didn't discover this brow pencil in 2019. I discovered this brow pencil probably about 2 weeks ago. So just bear with me here. Let's go over the eye pencils that I tried in 2019. So I tried the Tarte Amazonian Clay, which I liked that one. Anastasia Brow Wiz, of course, that's a staple. Anastasia Brow Definer, that's a staple. The one that I had been using the most recently was the Fenty Beauty MVP Brow. Now, out of all of those that I would have to pick, it would probably be the ABH Brow Wiz, and here's why. My issue with the Tarte Amazonian Clay and the Fenty Brow was that they just don't last that long for some reason. I couldn't figure out why. So I look for something in brow pencils where I need it to stay on during my workout, and how fast does it work? Does it run out? Yes, I know this is a product that I'm going to be using basically every day, but I'll be daggone if I don't feel like it was running out faster. So the ABH Brow Wiz was definitely my favorite. I don't have any of those now because I have moved on to Benefit Precisely My Brow. Y'all, this pencil, I love the shade. I'm in the shade 5. I love how it goes on. It is super duper easy to work with. I don't have to mess with it. It's not too waxy, but it gives you just enough pigment. That's something that drives me crazy sometimes with brow pencils. Have you ever used a brow pencil before? And it seems like you have to really like work it onto your brows, and before you know it, you have Sharpie brows. Yeah, I can't stand that ish. So with this one, I think it just gives the perfect amount of pigment to the brows, and it's super easy to work with. Now, obviously, I can't say as far as how long it lasts. I am actually in the process of just kind of clocking that right now, keeping my eyes on it. But this is the brow pencil that I'm using today because it's the only one that I got. And hopefully it doesn't run out super fast, which I don't think it will run out fast just due to it being so pigmented. I think when a brow pencil isn't as pigmented, that's when you really have to put on a lot of strokes and use a lot of the product because you're just trying to get the pigmentation to come down on your brow. All right, so brows are on. Eyeshadow palette. Now, I thought this was gonna be hard, but when I looked over on my vanity, it was a no-brainer. Natasha Denona Biba palette is my favorite palette of 2019. Yes, it's just a basic neutral palette. However, I mean, who doesn't love a neutral palette? You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna go too detailed in this because y'all have seen me use this numerous times. So we're just gonna do a nice little neutral eye with it. Let me see what we're gonna do here. Let's start off with, go in with Pasha. All right, now I'm going to go in with the shade called a Shine right here. And I'm just gonna start this one on the inner and just start working it in towards the center. And we're gonna go ahead and take it all the way in. Eyes super duper simple, nothing crazy. For my favorite eyeliner, Sephora Wink It Felt Tip Colorful Liner. This is the bomb for me. I just prefer felt tip. It is easier for me. Everybody is different, so therefore everyone's gonna find different things work better for them. I am a fan of felt liner when it comes to myself because I can just get it done and it's easy. And then Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Earthquake. It's not black, it is a dark, dark brown. Love this. Then I'm just gonna go back in with some of that Pasha shade and work that in under here. And for mascara, Benefit Bad Gal Bang. Yeah, the best. It's the best. And for lips, unfortunately, my favorite lip product has been discontinued, but I'm still gonna mention it. Y'all know I love the Bite Beauty French press glosses. All the shades, love them all. This one is in the shade Salted Caramel. I'm waiting patiently to see if this is gonna come back reformulated. And if it does, I pray it's not too different, because these are the best lip glosses, or the best lip glosses. Alright y'all, so this is going to complete today's look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial using my personal favorite products of 2019. Down below, I would like to know what some of yours are. You know the deal. Keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.